Cheers. Oh, this is a big one. Holy shit.
What the fuck was that? That's what I was like when I tasted that. What is that? All the staff bought us each a bottle of this, and I'd never tried it to that point.
It looks like it's gonna be a whiskey. Bushmills. I like Bushmills. 21-year-old.
So we know this whiskey. I've got 5 bottles of this here. This is what my go-to whiskey for a fine whiskey at night. We've never reviewed it and scored it though. We've reviewed it once and we've never scored it.
Recently we've been looking for a 9-point whiskey and you know, the prize is that I'm going to buy a Bushmills 21 for the person that can kind of suggest one. And it's not that we don't think it can happen, it's just that I personally would love to find one that I prefer to the Redbreast 12.
I love Redbreast, it's a bloody good whiskey.
If you guys were smart, someone would have suggested this Bushmills 21 and then they probably would have won. Triple pop?
Tell you what, we're not going to remove this until you get here.
I'm looking forward to this one.
It's like medicine. Good medicine for my soul and my heart.
It's hard to beat it. It's really hard to beat this whiskey for me.
2 minutes, guys.
Fuck! 2-minute review. 2-minute review. 2-minute review. 2-minute review.
What's up, guys? It's the Craft Whiskey Boys. Mo has returned once again, and today we're going to be doing Bushmills 21.
I cannot wait for this.
And then I'll be back to the countryside after.
Wait, you fucking the Terminator.
I'll be back.
He came back for steak and 21-year-old Bush. So yeah, one of the oldest distilleries in Ireland, if not the oldest licensed distillery in Ireland.
Yeah, I think it was the first licensed distillery in Ireland, 1608, I believe. King James I, could be wrong.
King John-Il loves a bit of whiskey.
King John-Il loves it too.
Yeah, it really is one of the oldest distilleries there. One that we know, quite a bit about. Whiskey that we've married to, we love. And we're finally actually going to put a score on it.
Yeah, I think it's the oldest licensed distillery in the world, not just in Ireland. So yeah, so it sits on the River Bush, which is, I guess, that goes through Bushmills, hence the name Bushmills. Then there's a little tributary that runs off that called St. Column's Rill, I believe, and that's what actually the water that goes into this bottle is. What else we know is right beside the Giant's Causeway. I've been here, I've visited it, took my kids up there to see the Giant's Causeway in Ireland because it is one of the wonders of the world. Have you ever been up there, Giant's Causeway?
Say I have,
you guys have to check it out.
Is it that bit, is it where they filmed that bit in that movie?
What do you mean is it where they filmed it? It's the fucking Giant's Causeway. It's not about a movie.
There's a giant statue and they go past it in boats and that. Obviously, I know what the Giant's
Lord of the
Causeway
Rings, yeah?
He's
That's
literally,
right, Lord of the Rings.
he's literally not getting any of this now.
Are we going to do a double
do
pop?
a double pop, yeah.
Double pop, you ready? 3,
Triple
1,
pop?
2, 1. How did I wait? I licked that.
Didn't someone comment or someone was like, I want to come and...
Oh, that was
the whiskey up.
that was a Teelings 24 that fell off this shelf. Fell from this shelf down, bounced on the shoulder of it because it was well-made bottle.
One of our subscribers.
And opened up. Yeah, one of the subscribers I'd lick that off. And he's probably right. I just wasn't there when it happened. This is one of my top whiskeys. The price point I love in this whiskey, it's 160 quid a bottle, which seems like some people say, oh, it's very expensive, but for the quality of the whiskey, I don't think it's expensive. It's as good as any, $1,000 bottle or whatever, but it's not $1,000.
But also, I think you have to price it at that level because in Ireland at the moment, there's no whiskey of that age around, so...
And secondly,
apart
it's a
from in their
limited
stock,
release as
probably.
well. We don't actually quite know how many bottles they've released, but each bottle has a bottle number. And,
Well, this is actually bottle 993, so this is, I should have kept this one, but I didn't. We're drinking
Whiskey's for drinking, not for flipping.
it. There you go.
Don't give me that stuff again, all right?
Hey, I wasn't even talking to you, I was talking to those guys.
Yeah,
But also, whilst we're on the subject, Mo...
Hey, tell me, viewers, if you had a Redbreast 28-year-old dream cask,
Would you share it with your friends or would you keep it for yourself? Comment
Well,
below.
I've got a Redbreast here, Dreamcast. You want to share it?
yeah, let's crack it open.
All right, let's do it. Nah, we're reviewing this right now.
We'll wait till Mo leaves because he has to leave soon.
Yeah, Mo's got to leave soon, so me and Sally will drink it. All right, let's 2 minutes, no
2
cuts, no
minutes,
edits.
guys. 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes, no cuts, no edits.
You know the score.
Let's bring in Adrian this time, make it official.
2 minutes.
So
All right, cheers,
with cheers.
boys. I'm looking forward to this one.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, this is a big one.
Ah,
I'm gonna take a second.
I've never reviewed this whiskey. I've just drank heaps of it. Sorry, my.
I think we
leg
did.
there.
We did. Oh shit!
Sorry,
we did
boys.
review it. But
Yeah. No, I've never
we didn't
scored this
score
whiskey.
it.
Like scored it right off the cuff. I haven't drank this yet today. I wanted to use a 2 on this one or like a Glencairn because I think with the neat it's interesting. I just want to see what that might be like.
For me, the nose is only. It's just like the 16, but with spices.
But loads of toffee, like overpoweringly really nice, creamy.
It's super
delicious
welcoming.
toffee.
It's just, you want to just fall into the glass somewhat, you know?
Salty.
Oh. But it's like you say, it's like, you know, praline kind of,
Here I am spilling my bloody
Influence on
spilling
that.
great whiskey now.
and he's just spilling it everywhere.
The mouth feels much better.
Such a better mouthfeel.
Lovely spice on the finish.
But it's but the spices
There's
is
a bit of tobacco in the
this-
finish
yeah,
as well.
there is. Yeah, the spice is lower than what it is on the 16, but in a better way. It's
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
but it's just more
like-
rounded.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just
exactly.
more. It's just.
It
all
starts
around
in your
better.
tongue and it just finds its way up your nasal passage, just like bubbling all the way over. It's just-
Finishes second to none.
Oh, there it is. There's the infamous taste.
It's like dark fruits, like but like dates and that sort of stuff
Yeah.
in the palate.
It's like medicine, good medicine for my soul and my heart.
It's quite interesting tasting the 16 and then the 21 straight after because the 21 has all of the stuff that the 16 has, but it's then a lot more complex, and it's even
Yeah.
better. It's much better balanced because even though that's okay balanced and nicely drinkable, the nose is so much more improved on the 21.
Absolutely.
And then everything past
The
that is
21
like-
is like your girlfriend's hot sister.
It is really hot in my heart when I drink this whiskey. It just fills me with so much
Yeah,
love.
hot, like warm. That's what I
Yeah,
meant. She's
yeah.
like a warmer, more caring sister.
We're talking about whiskey here, gentlemen. God damn.
This is delicious.
That's
I forget how good this
outstanding,
whiskey is.
best whiskey that I've tried in years. It's hard, outside of, you know, some of the stuff that's not commercially available, it's hard to beat it. It's really hard to beat this whiskey for me. It's better than the Redbreast, in my opinion. It's better than anything for the price point, by far. There's nothing at that price point that compares to that. Here we are, Bushmills aren't even paying us.
It just takes every level you were looking at, your nose, your palate, your finish, and it goes, I'm gonna smash it on every certain angle. And it leaves you with no negativities, nothing you can say about it, in my mind, that can improve it. We harp on a lot about it. And there is good reason why. For me, it's so balanced. And you know, from the first time I tried it, it took me aback. I had no idea what I was getting into. It's something that is very dear and special to me, and if I really like you, you're going to be drinking some of this.
Do you remember the first time we had it?
Yeah,
At Scott's.
at Scott's.
At Christmas.
At Christmas.
The 3 guys that are kind of the founders of the company, all the staff bought us each a bottle of this, and I'd never tried it to that point.
It looks like it's gonna be a whiskey. Bushmills. I like Bushmills. 21-year-old.
And we cracked it open one night, and I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah,
Like
I remember someone looked at the gift
Yeah.
and Jay, I think it was you. You're like, Bushmills, whatever, man.
Was I went to Bushmills and I tried all the whiskeys up there, and I was like impressed with the 16. I liked it, but they didn't have the 21 on offer. And it's like if you cut to a movie now, Jamie, or whoever's doing the edit of, there's a movie called Over the Hedge. It's like a kids cartoon. I used to watch it with my kids when I was younger. Like, you know, as a dad, you sit there and you watch it, and there's this bit where like the first time these animals ever tasted Dorito, and they're like, what the fuck was that? That's what I was like when I tasted that.
What is that?
All right, so we have reviewed this before and we never scored it, and now we get to score it based on we've scored probably 30, 40 whiskeys since then, so we have a good benchmark to go by for a whiskey like this.
I feel like at this point we need to write it down. Just come out.
And all say it at the same time?
Yeah, you know.
I know exactly what I'm scoring this.
So do I.
3, 2, 1, 9.2.
9.2. 9.2.
I said 9.2. What did
Hey,
you say?
9.2.
What did you say?
8.8.
You little shit.
Oh, you little twerp.
So wait, you scored it higher than Redbreast?
Yeah.
Oh, you found it, baby.
Yeah.
I will never score anything higher than Redbreast 12. Well, you
Well,
just
look.
Wait, let's do
There
the
you
maths
go.
on that quickly. 9.2, 9.2, 9.2. Is that 9? Do the math.
9.2,
Someone mapped it up,
9.2,
yeah.
and 8.8.
A grand total of 9.1.
9.1.
Holy shit. That is it. Very well deserved. Like, let's
Well, we hit our
cheers up.
9-point whiskey, folks.
And also, if anyone did comment and suggest that we do Bushmills 21 and we didn't see it, then please comment below your comment so we are alerted to it, and then I owe you a bottle of Bushmills 21.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know, I spent a lot of the last 5 minutes struggling because I was drinking this and I was like, I mean, this is better than the Redbreast 12. If you
is.
take price out of the equation, this is
Still better.
better.
No, it's still
It is
better
better.
even with price. Actually.
It's just so much more complex. There's
If
so
you're rich,
many different
maybe,
things
yeah,
happening.
and money's not an issue, then yeah. But I can.
What do
I
you mean
can
if you're
buy-
rich? 160 is not that much for a bottle.
I can buy a 40 quid bottle of Redbreast every week and it's not going to break the bank. But
Okay.
I can't do that with you.
Okay, so here's my question for you. You could buy, it's 50 quid for Redbreast, right? So
Not where I buy it.
Okay, so you can buy 3 bottles of Redbreast 12 for 1 bottle of Bushmills 21. Are you telling me that there's not a point? Because this is completely different than a Redbreast. Redbreast is Redbreast. This is way more complex, way more going on in the mouth. You're telling me if you were buying one every week, you wouldn't just give up 3 weeks of Redbreast to have 1 week of that?
Absolutely.
I would, all day long.
But let's put that into perspective for a second. It's been the whole lockdown for the last 2-3 months. You've got no excuse whatsoever not to go and buy a bottle of this.
Yeah.
It may break the bank, but think about how much money you've saved by not going down to the pub
Yeah.
and buying cheap drizzle. Like,
Absolutely.
I've saved a fortune, and as such, I'm going to be purchasing 5 bottles tomorrow for my own selection. But honestly, hands down, one of the best whiskeys I've ever had to date. Whiskey, for me, it comes into so many variables. Where you had it, who you had it with, and what time. You know, and when I first tried this, I was in good company, and it took us all aback, and we were all excited about that. So many different variables can impact the way you perceive something as to be good. It could be a very low-end whiskey, but the memories and things behind it can drive that forward. But with this, it's completely well-rounded, and it hits every category that's so important, whether that's on the nose, on the palate, and the finish. It just leaves you satisfied.
Yeah, the only thing that people will piss and moan about this is that they bottled it at 40 and they didn't do like a 46 or a cask strength. I think that they released this at the right ABV, and there's going to be a lot of people on there that's going to say that they didn't. Whiskey is subjective, not everybody loves it. 3 of us have completely different palates and all of us love it, but that's just us.
We always and forever will remember that whiskey is subjective, but I would gladly have a discussion or a debate with someone that tells me they aren't as enthusiastic as we are about this whiskey.
I think you could put it up against most whiskeys in the world. I think if you're going to a party and someone says, I'm bringing the best whiskey that ever was and I just spent $3,000 on the bottle, it's like, it's probably going to be a good whiskey, because $3,000 whiskeys generally are old, they generally are rare, and they generally are really good. Otherwise the price point wouldn't be at that. But I can tell you this right now, no matter what party you go to, if you take a 160 quid bottle of Bushmills 21, you're going to be in the top 2, if not number 1.
And there you go, guys. 9.1. Yeah, I rated a whiskey higher than the Redbreast 12. Crazy, I know. Just goes to show that palates can change and tastes can change, and it's all just a matter of opinion. So, okay. Like, comment, and subscribe.